Welcome to Good.
Howdy.
What's everybody's favorite, or what's everybody's prettiest deck?
If I could ever find it, it would be my Ritual Beast deck. The only thing that was missing max from it was prize card Sarks.
Yeah, that is also missing from my flu decks.
Yeah.
I don't really have very many decks that are pretty. I guess Sky Striker. I don't know. It's not maxed.
What was your most pretty deck
Ever?
What?
I don't know, bro.
Lightsworn?
Probably.
X-Sabers, maybe?
Plants, maybe?
Oh, totally plants, right?
I don't know. My Edison Hero deck was really expensive before I sold it. Or really maxed out.
You have a pretty deck, David?
I owned one pretty deck at one time. It was... I don't remember. It was like a couple years ago, and I had a max rarity deck for 2 weeks, and I sold it. So I don't remember.
Very fair.
I just borrow cards all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Mine might be my flu deck.
Shout out the boys.
Shout out, Flu.
My Shadal deck was very pretty as well.
Oh, dude.
My Shadal deck was very pretty.
Also had max rarity, I forgot about this, Metal Foe. Metal Foe was real easy.
Half of them are common.
Yeah, yo, it's max rarity, bro.
I mean, I also have max rarity Metal Foes. I'd say a lot of people have max rarity Metal Foes. We got Noah.
Hello.
Back for the second time, but you're seeing him for the first time. We got Tavion back for the first time in a while. He hasn't been here in a minute.
It's been a minute.
He's been out grinding.
And you got me.
And we got Logan.
I'm back at it again. For like the 30th time.
Yeah. We're on, I think this is 22.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, so
Beautiful.
pretty close.
dig
21 or 22. I think it's 22. Yeah, man. So this podcast is going to be like the week before Vegas, man.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your all's like thoughts on Vegas going in, predictions on like decks are going to do well? What's the tech cards? Like, let's just talk about all things Vegas. Like, what are the tech cards we think we're going to play? And Vegas, I guess, will be in like about a week, a little over a week from now.
Yes.
So it'll be next weekend. What do you guys think?
Dude, let me
What do
tell
you
you
feel?
right now, I got bodied like 15 minutes ago. Absolutely crisped up on a Saturday afternoon.
The sleeper deck of the
I was looking for help. I was reaching out arms.
Bro.
I had 3 people behind me. Hey, yo, man, can I
with
do
this.
anything? Absolutely not, dude. And I've been playtesting the Pure Snake Eye deck for the most part. And, you know, he had one card that was just ruining my whole career. It's this penguin. And it was absolutely horrid, dude. I'm looking at my extract. I'm like, man, these are all link monsters. I'm out this. Oh, man, I'm going to get Flameberg out. Flameberg will deal with him. And then I summoned Flameberg. He was like, oh, man. Nah, Flameberg ain't doing nothing. Nice trap
Harpies
card.
Feather Storm.
Oh, also Harpies Feather Storm.
Yeah.
Even without the Harpies Feather Storm, I wasn't getting through enough. I was just cracking the board. I was trying to live.
I think if you don't have like the money or the resources to play fire, like Flundries is a very good call.
Flu, in my opinion, after this new set, Flu is better. Is like the best deck to play. That's not the fire decks.
Definitely
Yeah, I
better
agree.
than the... And it's, dude, Shifter.
Shifter.
Well, that's half. Of
You
it,
do. You
right?
didn't even need it. That's what I'm saying. We
The-
played
Yeah.
like what was it, 2 matches, and I didn't get shifted once.
Only chance I lost
Infant is
because
the
he
best it is
bricked.
like has ever been right now. I think
100%.
like the only arguable time was like whenever everyone was playing Unchained, like right at the end of cash format. But
That
like
was really good.
it's just as good. It almost feels just as good now as it did then.
It is nuts. Like me and Tavion were playing a minute ago, and he beat me at one game because I summoned 5 times on his turn, and he nibbed.
Oh,
me.
you
That
went for
is
the
the-
triple
I
Empen one, right?
filled the triple, and he nibbed
the
it.
only out to triple Impin in the Fire King
It's
in any of the fire decks, like we went through all the outs, and the only way to out 3 of them is like some random Regeki that you shouldn't be playing, or Nibiru. But,
Yeah,
like,
it's insane.
other than that, you
could-
can't out 3.
No,
Dude, honestly, like even if you
you
do
can
have
super
the
volley
resource
2
for fire,
Empens, right?
No, you can't.
You
They're
can't.
the same name.
You're
the only
right,
out,
you're right.
The only
Oh,
out you
snap.
have is if you can nib them. If not, you might as well scoop it.
They
all
mess up with someone's snow.
yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
I don't
Or
think
they
that's
mess up
really a
with
mess up. I'm just saying.
You'd have to hit them. What? Oh no, that still probably wouldn't cover it, right? You'd have to go for whenever they.
It takes
Established for the
multiple
second?
cards. Like it
Yeah.
takes like Imperm.
Well,
Something.
without engine, I don't think they can out it. Without non-engine, I don't think they can out it. Like, it's just not possible. But,
No, it's not.
But with non-engine, you can. But
And-
you have to have multiple non-engine.
And then there's the new card, right?
the new card's insane.
Oh, dude.
We talked about that on the last week's
Swallow
episode.
cow.
But it's crazy, bro.
This card's insane against that.
Yeah.
Draw.
I mean, hey, I'm just saying, though, we got a bunch of cards that turn that off. So, I'm just
D
saying.
Fissure.
Yeah.
I think even if you have a resource for fire deck, Flu is not a bad call. I think, like, especially going into this first event, like, I think people are going to be way over prepared for fire, and I think fire is going to be everywhere, and I think Flu is going to rack it
That's
up.
like the thing, right? I know a lot of people were telling me that they think that the pure Snake Eyes deck is better because it's like more consistent and it plays through hand traps a little bit better or whatever. I think it's like about the same consistency as the Fire King deck. The only difference is the Fire King deck, like you get to draw these cards that are sometimes bad to draw, but usually they're not that bad to draw depending on what they are. But the big thing is Kieran allows you to out things against these road decks.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't target, which is very relevant. And also just being able to dodge, like targeting things, and Runic's being able to do battle, like damage step tricks. It's really powerful.
Kieran being able to out Impen is very important in that matchup.
Oh, dude.
Because, like,
super
they
important.
literally have nothing else that can. Fire King can out one.
Well, the Flameberg can out one.
Yeah, they have to like
True.
force it out.
If they play
Fire, it's Snake
the
Shield spell?
Xyz, they can
Oh,
out it because they
Xyz.
summon it in defense.
Ooh, gross.
That's very true.
Yeah,
That's very true. That's
really
very
big.
true.
How do you think this deck would line up against Lab?
I think it has a harder time.
Yeah, I would definitely think so.
I think the Fire King deck, or the pure Snake Eyes deck, like benefits when your opponent's playing like a ton of hand traps and trying to like stop you from comboing. But when your opponent's like breaking your board, or like Lab doesn't really like hand trap you a ton. They kind of like hand trap you once and then like piece apart your board with their trap cards. And I think that's like the big difference maker. I think.
Dude, speaking of hand traps, I've seen a lot of people cutting Ash. I've seen a lot of people maining Droll, or like saying that. I've seen some people saying that they don't think Droll's good because the pure Snake Eyes deck, Droll isn't as good against. Where are we kind of positioned on hand traps? It doesn't have to be like too crazy specific, but like, where are we positioned on that? Like, I know Imperm is obviously nuts.
Yes.
It's like probably the best hand trap in my opinion, besides
Yeah.
besides possibly Droll. But Droll's matchup dependent, and then Imperm just shuts off Ash. Imperm can't be talenced, can't be thrust,
Can't be called by the grave.
can't be called by.
Everybody's playing those.
Everybody is playing called by. Yeah. I don't know. What's your guys' opinion on that?
I
Playing that.
personally, I've been doing a little bit of soul searching as far as like hand trap lineups. I've been trying a lot. Currently,
Sounds disgusting.
I'm a fan of Bell. I've been doing a lot of Bell testing. I like Bell because it can hit Wanded, of course. Stopping Runic's coming back from the grave sometimes is big, especially if they've set up with minimal fires.
Bell's also good against like almost every deck this upcoming format. Like really good against the Voiceless Voice because it stops almost every card they activate.
I can normal summon it and make Baron.
It's true.
If feeling frisky.
Oh, dude, it comes up.
Yeah, and also really good against Labyrinth. But everybody knows that.
Of course. Well, it's funny you'd say that it's really good against Labyrinth because testing against Logan, I would there was a couple of games straight where I was opening like Bell Ash and like he's cooked, it's over. And then he'd go Butler, summon Lady from hand.
Oh
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was.
I was literally actively searching Lady if I opened Butler to play around those cards.
Dude, it was nuts.
That's really good.
I think the best hand trap right now, personally, is Nibiru.
Nib feels very
It's
strong.
insane.
It dodges the stuff we were just talking about. I mean, it doesn't dodge talents, but like, hopefully, it's impactful enough. So, like, impactful enough where like the talents, like, it's worth it. Where like something like Effect Veiler it may not have been.
Yeah.
I also think you just have to respect Nib. If you don't respect Nib, then you're just gonna get torched.
I think you have to respect Nib. I personally feel like in a lot of scenarios, it's better, especially with the fire decks, to try to stop them from getting to resources rather than nuking their resources, because a lot of their resources just come right back.
Yeah, I agree.
But I do think Nib is
Nib's
insane.
just the best hand trap paired with anything else.
Paired with anything else, I do 100% agree. Like Imperm Nib, Valor Nib is nuts.
Dude, it wasn't enough. I don't know what you're looking at me for. I was testing out at the end of the combo, man. Personally, I've been doing. I've been trying a lot of. If I have Nib as my only hand trap, I'm actually just trying to hold it until my opponent's turn. When I go to attempt to crack the board, especially against like the Fire King deck, they summon like 7 times, dude. So if you can hold one extender when you're trying to push through, if you can resolve the Nib, they don't have any of the fire monsters, whether if they resolve Princess or not, and then try to make your push, then you're golden. Hasn't worked out, but it's a fun thought process, yeah.
Won't know until you try.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
absolutely.
right now, Ash Blossom is like pretty mid.
Yeah.
I think it's the worst it's ever been, except when it first came out. I think.
Which is crazy that in the Fire format, it's the worst it's ever been.
I think because all the cards kind of do the same, like lead the same way. So like sure you Ash the original, but then they just do the pure Snake Eye like combo, and like you help them do that by activating your Ash Blossom.
It's just so good against the rogue decks. I think it's pretty good against the pure Snake Eyes deck. But I think you have to play with it like a specific way. I don't think you just shotgun it. Because it's really hard for them to play around if you draw it, like, especially with another hand trap, right?
Whenever you're going through your combo lines, like that deck can play around so many hand traps, but the way you set up, for example, you're like Ash into popular search field spell, activate field spell. You can put Flameberg or Oak. If you put Oak, you're also playing around. It's Nib and Bell, but whenever you go first effect, send Oak. If they Ash there, that's your choke point. And if they don't Ash there, you summon the Flameberg, and then you are going to link away the Flameberg and the popular into an IP or a what's the link to Silent Grave? What's the name? Sunlight Wolf.
Yeah.
And then it's Chinlink 1, Chinlink 2. That way, you're playing around the bell. Also, DD Crow would be a clutch point there.
I was going to ask your all's thoughts on Bell versus Crow, this format, because in a lot of scenarios they do similar things, but then there are some scenarios where I think like one is better than the other in the...
I think Bell hits like against more matchups, but Crow
solves that problem. Whatever problem you're having in that graveyard, it's see you later.
Hitting the Runics is very like very powerful.
It takes it out of the game.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same thing with their Princess. Like, even if they like, you can stop it on your turn, like with Bell, but like if they just have it for their next turn, they can just Atlantis kill you.
Yep.
But
oh man, what is it? What deck can search DD Crow again? What is it right now? Oh my gosh, birds, dude! What?
Wait, their new spell can search level 1.
It can
Yeah,
search.
it can
it can
search.
search.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy, huh?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You don't need the new spell.
Don't they have
set
a bird
it,
that's
search Crow.
almost a DD Crow?
Oh yeah.
Street?
Oh, are you talking about? Hold on a second. Let me get this straight. I'm going second. They did their combo. If my starting turn is normal summon Stree, banish Garunix.
It clears about all their interruptions.
Oh yeah. What does Princess do against
Birds?
Fluanderies?
Not a thing.
I think it sits in graveyard.
Oh, that sounds
I
pretty
think it
accurate.
sits in the grave. I agree. I agree.
Your only chance is if somehow you... No, that wouldn't even work. Your best chance is imperming their Impin, Zelantis banishing it, and popping it with Princess. Whenever you summon it. That's how we use it.
Fair. That's fair.
It takes multiple steps.
It's out the
I don't know how you activate
Penguin.
Atlantis with the Imp on the field.
You imperm it.
Oh, yeah, the
Imperm.
Imperm
Oh,
at
yeah,
first.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Imperm resolved already.
Yeah, it might be a 6-card combo, but you know.
Imperm is
We
very
also
good
have
against...
Ash for their trap card, normal summon.
Yeah, and they can't have another banished bird.
Yeah.
And they can play up to 6 cards to dodge Imperm and Valor.
Yeah.
Dude, with Ash losing popularity too in this, like, for this upcoming event, we only have to play around Imperm, and we just got a card that plays around Imperm. That's crazy.
I think,
But people are main deck control.
yes.
Yeah.
People are
But we main
control.
deck shifters. So.
We do main deck shifter.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how that parallel works. Necessarily.
Shifter stop strong.
It
You gotta
does,
draw?
but you gotta draw every time
Yeah.
Yeah.
that they have it about.
Well, we have 3 cards. They have 3 cards. You always got to put on better habit.
Yeah.
Now, game 2 and 3, maybe in the main deck.
And there's some hands.
You can also have
draw
dimensional
that
fission.
Thrust. That draw ain't doing much if they can't play their turn.
It's true.
That is true.
Yeah, that's the thing. Main decking thrust in that and just being able to set Featherstorm, even if you get drolled, you just win anyway, is nuts.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely nuts.
I mean, even in the scenario where like you already have the Featherstorm and you get to set the trap. Trap's cracked. Nice Book of Moon.
A minute ago
Or
when we
Book
were
of the Eclipse,
testing,
sorry.
I set a Prosperity and Prosper into a bird.
Dude, it's
Yeah,
cracked.
it's good, man. Thrust is insane, especially in that deck. I think that Thrust is nuts right now.
Yeah, I think if you build your deck that way, it is.
Agreed.
I think the problem with the fire decks, though, is I don't think they actually put up a good enough board through the hand traps for Thrust to be relevant enough. Because, like in Flu, right, at least if you're going first, you can just set your traps that you want to start in your combo anyways, or Harpy's Featherstorm. But, like, I know I've seen some people doing that. Like, I've seen, like, the Black Goat Laughs. I've seen Karma Cannon. I've seen DDG. That was the most wild one I saw.
That is pretty well.
I don't know if I'm sold on it, though.
Yeah, I don't think it's like good in every deck, but I think that it's like the problem with Thrust a lot of the time is going first or second. Like going first, you're not always going to be able to activate it. Going second, like sometimes there's not a
It
card
can clog the hand.
that's very impactful.
Be the reason why you couldn't
Exactly.
play.
But I think now you can always activate it. Like against fire, especially on your turn or on their turn, they're always activating a card. Like
They
always.
don't really
activating
end on Omnis either. Like the Pure Snake guy sometimes ends on Baron and Savage, but it's not like 100% of the time.
something. Yeah.
And that's like something big we're talking about too, right? It's like there's 2 schools of thought. There's that's 18 hand traps / good interaction versus this is all a bunch of board breakers, a bunch of really good break your board, kill them combo stuff, Zelantis, etc. And that's where you're trying to end on like Savage your 5th summon type stuff. They'll have to nib you there and then you continue to play. And then you're trying to set up the Baron as well. But in that setup, you'll have like a Princess in the Grave and an IP, but that is not a 1-card combo. That is having Witch plus a starter. That's the only way you're really getting to all of that stuff.
I think that's like a reason, right, to play like the Fire King version. I think overall it can break boards more efficiently.
Absolutely.
And I also think that going first, it can play around Nibiru the best.
Oh, dude.
Arvada. Pretty sure this is Arvada still. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
This guy right here solos.
Do you know what kills me, dude? I'll affect Valor your Ash. I'll chain Kieran.
Yeah.
Eats
Kieran
me
being
up.
able to dodge
Eats me up, dude.
just adds the value.
Yeah, Kieran is nuts right now, especially with everybody playing 6 target negates in their deck.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
just crazy.
I've seen people talk about wanting a side Mourner, which I don't agree with. I don't think Mourner's that great. But, if you want a 7th, 8th, or 9th one,
Yeah.
it's there, I guess.
It's not bad.
I think you really want to stop the normal Ash.
Yeah, that's my issue with it.
And you can't stop it with that.
Like, you're forced to, like, stop things that you normally wouldn't want to stop.
Like Populous or like...
Yeah, like, if they bonfire for Populous, pretty much have to stop it. It's pretty clean on Witch, though. Like, it pretty much does the same thing, but, like, I don't always want to stop Witch.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
if they start with Wanted, I could see it. But if they start
If
with...
they start wanted normal Ash, it's like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
People still do that for some reasons.
You mentioned making Savage.
Yes.
So I'm gonna I need to take this opportunity to tell you there is a generic level 8 synchro Windwing Beast monster that you could play, so that you can activate Harpy's Featherstorm in your deck. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's crazy.
It's actually a Harpy monster, so you can activate your hand.
It is, and it's a compulse. That's what it does.
Oh, dude, I know what
It's
you're
a-
talking about.
So you go, you put them in sideboard. You draw one, and you go. I'm not making Savage. I'm gonna make this Harpy, and you make it. You Featherstorm
Dude.
the heck out of somebody.
You can Featherstorm in response to their Nid.
Yeah. You can chain...
Do you
Featherstorm
know
in your
why I
hand.
know what that card is?
You played it before?
I played it in my Speedroid deck. Dude,
How'd that go?
it was sick.
No, it wasn't.
But I'm just saying that's
It was
food for thought,
locals
food for thought. Anybody
ready.
out there that wants to try that at the YCS?
I would be sick. I ain't gonna lie. If it happened to me,
That would be
Please,
insane.
please don't.
That would be insane.
Bro, it's already bad enough when Fluandries
Does it?
does it. Like, I don't want to do it like other decks be
Bro,
doing.
that is the reason to play Thrust, bro. And if you're a Snake Guy, they play Thrust, they slap that bad boy down. You activate a monster effect, they just go into the Sync 8 and slap Feather Duster with Thrust.
So the requirements for that card are just a wind.
Windwing Beast.
Windwing Beast?
Yep.
Dude, there's a
If you
rank,
control
there's a
Harpy
rank
monster,
1
you can activate it
Windwing
in your
Beast.
hand.
There is.
There's
There
a
is.
rank 1.
There is.
You can play both of those, so like no matter what, you can always like maneuver your way.
Dude, stop.
That dude, Flamberge, bring back two ones, overlay them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
That's what we
can
used
do.
to
You can do
Zeus 'em.
Recital Starling, Effect Search DD Crow.
Holy
Dude, we're going
moly.
somewhere.
That's crazy.
That's an FTK.
That is apparently.
Bro, I'm just saying. That's kind of gas.
I've heard worse things.
That's kind of gas. Watch out for Noah at YCS Vegas. That's
Oh
all
my
I'm
God.
saying.
Yeah, watch out for Noah. His teammates are going to shoot him.
I've always wanted to find like a good use case to put that card in a deck, like in a deck that's not Fluke.
I was about
I
to
was
say, is that for a YCS? Is that
No, no, no.
Is that a regional? Or
we
is that
can
a
be
local?
we
That's
can be regional ready, but I
Have you
don't know
ever
about
played
the
Lyra
It
YCS.
would
Lusk?
be a league. It would be a regional. No, I have not played Lyra Lusk. Who do you think? You think I just play any birds?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
I've played a Lyra Lusk in Flu.
Dude, that thing puts in work. Are you talking about the one that pops back row?
I'm just talking about the Xyz.
That one is also an Xyz.
Yeah, that's in it.
Oh,
rank
is it?
1.
Then
Dude,
probably.
I
don't know.
dude, that card
There's 3 Xyz.
cooks. Yeah. The one I'm specifically talking about is the
It pops.
Yeah, the
The
pops.
super
rare.
rare, yep.
Yeah, dude.
It's purple, I think. Mm-hmm. I don't know its name.
So specific.
I've used that card to out. I think it was an anti-spell.
So, I guess
Felt good.
in these fire decks,
We beat him with the wind.
a lot of people are
Blow 'em
going to
out.
have to figure out a way to respect. They're going to have to figure out combos to respect D Shifter, I think.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
D
yeah.
Shifter is very, very powerful.
Dude, my combo is sick. I pass.
Like if you don't have divine temple, a lot of times you just pass.
Dude, I think
Well, about every time you just pass.
I
Maybe
think
Talon's looking at hand or something.
going into Vegas, it's
they
good.
do it
D Shifter is going to be
If they do it to
very
fans,
good.
There are combos though, aren't they?
I have a combo. I'm not revealing it
Yeah.
Keeping it secret.
until top 8 of YCS.
I'll
Oh,
drop
yeah,
the
no.
video when he goes into top 8.
Why
Joke's
top
on
8?
you. It's
Not
gonna
until after the event.
it's gonna
Because
come up.
you think
feature match
that
round
someone
3.
with D Shifter is going to get to top 4?
Okay.
Not on my watch.
I'll see you there, dog. I'll see you there.
If I can do anything in my power to prevent that, I will.
Round 1 feature match. I have
Jeez.
lost.
Jeez.
I did everything I could in my power,
Yeah,
man. I don't
that's
know.
true.
I hope my team plays your team round 1 and I shifter you 2 games in a row. I was going to say 3, but it'd be 2-0.
You're right.
No.
Because the shifter would do nothing to my combo.
Yeah,
You know why? Because I would
3
go-
shifters actually. So.
You shifter me, and I'm like, sure. I make my combo pass, and you're like,
Jeez.
go ahead.
Jeez.
Oops.
Oops. Oh no, I should have taken the shifters out.
Are there
No.
any other shifter decks other than Flu and the cash deck?
Trash Atira.
Yeah,
He said cash deck.
yeah. Flu and cash.
I just want to make that joke.
I
Vanquish Soul, that's true.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah.
Yeah. and that's all
Vanquish Soul's not that bad, I don't think.
No, I think it,
You can make a Bistol, right?
Yes, you can.
They don't have a
Very
penguin.
easy combo line.
They don't have a penguin,
No.
but can you do it?
What?
Some of the penguins.
Oh, I mean, absolutely.
If
Wait.
you open Sacred Soul, you're definitely good.
Oh yeah, for sure actually. And a Cashier monster, Fenrir.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Fenrir can summon Eaglin by itself. Give Fenrir an Eaglin.
Oh yeah, you know,
Eagle.
yeah, you can't. No, you go.
Or
Yeah, Fenrir.
Fenrir and Imp, and they all sound the same. They're all birds. You know what I'm talking about.
Special.
Call.
Fenrir,
Normal?
Riseheart.
Hold on a
Summon
second.
Riseheart.
Special
Summon
Fenrir,
Imp.
special Rise Heart.
Can we talk about
Tribute Imp?
Vanquish Soul for a second?
Yeah, we can talk about it. What do you
And-
want to talk about, bud?
So I don't think that deck actually has like a terrible like lineup into some of these other decks. I don't think it's better than the fire deck, but
you have to play a lot of hand traps, man.
Yeah.
The problem is I don't know if there's enough good hand traps in your attributes.
I think that deck would main something similar to what I played at the last time I played at a YCS. It would be like the 3 DD Crow, 3 Bell, 3 Ash. I think
Pankratops now too.
also, I think the biggest issue you would have is that you would have to try to find room for Nib. I think that would be like your only real
That's the
downside.
issue?
I think so, honestly, because where you're playing Nib, I feel like you'd actually just want like board breakers, like actual.
I think Vanquish Soul is like extremely fun to play, but I hate that like what I draw like basically affects all of my card effects.
Yes, literally all of them.
Like when the deck starts working, it's so fun.
Dude, let me tell you what, the best tag duel deck ever, ever.
Not the tier element guys that
No,
FTK'd you.
decked out the
no, they
person
never
before.
FTK'd me.
They
They
FTK'd
tried. They certainly tried. I won the die roll. They got cooked. Story time.
That FTK is no longer available.
So- Myself and a buddy of mine entered the tag duel event for a YCS. What YCS was that?
Richmond.
And needless to say, due to the rules, you can reveal for cost. So I would trigger an
Out of both
effect.
players' hands.
Yeah, out of both players' hands. So I would trigger an effect, and I would reveal cards in his hand, and then he would do the same for mine. So basically, effectively, all of our Vanquish Soul cards said, these are the effects.
Basically had no cost.
Yeah, no cost.
Also, another important thing is, you get 4 turns because it goes this player, this player, this player, this player.
Yeah.
And the fourth player
So you
gets
get
attacked first.
4 turns of activating your Vanquish Soul effect.
Yes, dude. Oh
insane.
my gosh, it was so great.
It's insane.
It was like, yeah, I'll draw 2. I'll search
Your
2.
Jowl
I'll
Log
draw
will search
2. I'll
4
search 2.
cards before
Yeah.
it gets back to your turn.
You also, something sick we did, it was the second round, we burned for 6,000. It was 15, 15, 15, 15.
That's tough.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I heard that someone else we know played in one. His name might rhyme with Bonner Presley.
Bonner Presley.
Presley.
Yeah, Bonner.
Yeah.
And he played in the finals of one, and him and his teammate got Gimmick Puppet locked every single turn.
Was he playing Vanquish Soul and Vanquish Soul?
He was playing Rescue Ace and Vanquish Soul.
See,
That's where he messed up.
that's where he messed up.
Bonner Presley also played another one. And in
Bonner
the,
Presley
and-
entered 2?
And in the finals,
Yeah.
got FTK'd by tier.
Oh.
Actually, his
see,
teammate got FTK'd by tier.
see,
So the way it works is you hit a mill 5, everybody at the table mills 5,
oh my gosh. And then
your
then the
Everyone
other
hits a
tier
mill
guy would
5,
mill
yeah.
5, and then he would mill 5, and then he would mill 5.
No, that's not. They were playing. What's the trap? The
Gravekeepers, the Gravekeeper trap.
no. That if you have it in the grave, or is it a spell?
Oh, Exchange the Spirit.
Yeah, exchange the spirit.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
playing that, and so every time they hit, they would mill.
Oh, they'd mill 10.
Yeah, it was insane. So they just had to 1, 1, 1, 1, and I was decked out. It was insane.
Oh, you were in
dude.
that.
Yeah, I'm the one that
Oh,
got
he
decked
was-
out.
Bless your soul.
Yep. I'm the one that decked out.
See,
actually,
but the plus side to playing double Vanquish Soul is that's like 30 hand traps. You know?
Yeah. Dude, it was.
If you're
insane.
not
You
safe,
should have
there's
put the
something wrong.
shufflers in your deck. You'd have been all right.
Oh, dude.
They would have decked themselves out too.
Dude, we had
You
DD
shuffle back during the end phase.
We
That's
played
true.
DD Crow and everything. Like we had DD Crow in the deck and everything, and like
I feel like if
we
you play
just-
something like that, you just put one of the cats in there. So if it goes to the graveyard, it just goes in their end phase.
Oh, what's the
Oh,
we
dog?
should've.
What's the
We
dog's
should've.
name that always
Necromantic
goes?
King.
Yeah.
Echo Man King.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of the dog. What is it?
It's a
But it goes
cat.
back to your
dog
deck.
Marin something.
Goes back-
Oh,
Yeah.
Goes back to your deck, so you just can't deck out.
That
That's
does.
good too. I think the Necromantic King is probably better.
Oh, I
Necromantic
mean,
King's crazy.
obviously, I just remembered the dog. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't
So-
know. If the Necromantic King's at the bottom of your deck, you still lose.
So obviously, we all
That
know
is
the fire
fine.
decks are insane. If you go
Back
to
to
any,
fire, yes.
if you go to any tier list, I'm trying to rope us back in real quick.
Yeah,
we were
we'll-
kind of going on a tangent.
We're going
crazy.
on a road.
The question is, what are the other options? Because not every single duelist out there has $1,500 to spend on a fire deck.
No.
Minimum.
Yeah.
I would say next best thing is Flu, like we said. After that,
Ooh, I see. I'm not sure if it's Flu. I think Flu is fantastic, and I think it's going to do crazy against these fire decks. But I think where Lab is positioned, I think it's pretty good. I know it has issues going against. Let's be real. I think it has issues going second to the fire deck. Like I think the win rate going second is very, very low. But I think against like the rest of the board and your position going first.
Also, a lot of people playing Cosmic now.
Oh yeah,
Also
that's
hurts
true.
that deck. Like, they slide it in going first, and then they wait, keep it in hand during their end phase, and then during their end phase, you try to set one, and they Cosmic you. It's a 3-for-1 trade, and you kind of blew out at that point.
That's true.
I also just don't. So, okay. I think Lab is very good at shutting decks down that have, like, 2 pushes or something, right? Mm-hmm. But these fire decks just have way more than that, man. Way more.
I think the reason we think Flu is good, well positioned is because it can shut down the fire deck as opposed to just, like, stop pushes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whereas Lab, like, stops specific things. It just stops blanket everything.
I don't know, you go Butler and Trap Trick, set DDG. It's going to be pretty good.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, yeah, but you could just be playing D-Shifter, and your chances of drawing D-Shifter is just higher than drawing that,
Yeah.
That's true.
Or you can do both,
Now that's
Lab
wild.
with Shifter is crazy.
I just can't use my furnitures.
You can change to the Shifter.
You could, but
It's not that crazy.
after that, they pass, you pass. Weird. Now I get to DDG.
Do we have enough data for the voiceless deck going
I
into
forgot
the
about that. That's
I think Flu also destroys that deck.
casually? Yes.
yeah.
I was trying it a little bit earlier.
And we haven't even talked about how good Unexplored Winds is against the Fire King Island.
Oh. Against everything.
I want to go to the island. No, you don't.
Nope.
You don't. It's a
Get that
trap.
island out of here.
It's a trap in real life, and it's a trap here.
Yep.
Oh, bro. I don't know. I think Lab is cool. I think that with rollback, it's really good against most things, but I don't know if it's good against fire. I don't know how good it is against fire.
Yeah, I just think Lab sucks. I'm gonna be straight up.
Keep it on.
I think
shout outs for that.
no. I think it was a very good deck.
You just ran its course. It's time
I just
done.
think it needs to take a step back for until these decks get hit, man.
Yeah.
It's just you're going to be playing 50% fire decks. Let's say 50% of the time you go second. That means you're losing 50% of your, or that's not exactly how the math works, but 50% of 50% of your
25%
game.
of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game ones you're just losing. That's if they don't draw the blowout cards, or Lab has these hands where they're like,
I can't do
activate
it.
welcome. You got a response, Ash Blossom. Go ahead.
Yeah.
North Zone Ariane, Valor. Go ahead.
They could all just play like you.
Everybody's playing 6 Valors. now.
Oh, Butler lady, set 2 pass.
I think the Unchained version's probably not as good as people think, though. Because it plays into a lot of the hand traps.
Nib.
Yeah. Your deck's naturally good against Nib, and you're putting cards in your deck.
To lose to them.
Obviously, it does give your deck power. I definitely agree that it is the more powerful version. But I do think there is a reason not to play them. They're also just bricks in your deck. They're not good to draw. My people will be like, oh, Shavar is not the... You don't want to draw it, man. Regardless, you don't want to draw it.
You were playing one of it when it was at 3. So,
Yeah.
What about Magic Spectre?
our residential pendulum duelist.
I heard that everyone needs to pick up the QCRs because they're about to go through the roof. Is that true?
Why are you doing this to me?
Talking to the mic, sir.
So, no, that is not true. I think there's sweet interactions. I think the Draco Slayer deck got a lot better with the release of Lady because the combo line's super simple. When you set up Ignister, you're able to bring it back with Lady, and then that summons Ignis, and then both of those go into... What's the Link 4's name? Terrible name.
Atlantis?
No, it's the
Whale.
the whale.
Well into the Atlantis.
Yeah, whale
You get
into
to do it
Atlantis,
again.
and then yeah, you
We were
blink
doing
and it
that,
gives you more. Yeah,
a year ago.
we were, but it's so much better now.
I will say though, eventually Draco Slayers will be good again. Just give it time.
Yeah.
Those cards are too good. Like, the problem is right now, I think that it's just not. They just need something. You know, they just need a little bit of something. I don't know what it is.
Dude, we put so much work into that deck. There's no way it won't be good again.
Bro, SP would have been so good in that deck.
Oh my god! I don't even
giving
talk to
yourself
me about
something
it,
to
dude.
go into like from IP is so good. I also think that like someone told me, I don't know if this is true, but they said the Magic Spectre Link monster is like the second coming of Electromite. I don't know if that's true or not.
That's another card you could bring back with Princess, which would be cracked. Huh?
It's not the second coming of Electromite.
No, it is not.
But Electromite would be sick to be, you know.
If they didn't put that little thing that said you're locked in the Magic Spectres, that card would have been the second coming of Electromite.
That's
Because
true.
it gives you scales, plus gives you 2 to Pendulum Summon, guaranteed value for the setup. Oh, absolutely. And I have a couple of different lists for the deck. There's a couple different ways that I'm probably going to mess around with it. Maybe take it to a regional or something. But maybe I'll do a deck profile, you know, something cool.
I think
sweet.
I think if people want to see that, leave a comment.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he might do a video, you know. You never know. He might not.
You
Probably
could.
won't, but
If there's enough traction,
Oh, yeah.
it'll be a max rarity pendulum deck profile.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I
oh
that's how I
no, he's
swing.
kind of slack and he ain't got them bum buckies yet.
Dude, don't
He
talk
doesn't-
about him.
Bro,
Like,
he
look
is
him up
like
in
bum
Vegas.
bookies.
Dude, no.
I tried to get you one. Like this guy pulled a Bambuku and I was like, "Hey, yo, you trying to trade that?" And the guy sitting in front of him was like, "I'm trading for that." I was like, "Who else wants this card?"
It's one of my disciples, if you didn't know.
That's possible.
It is actually possible.
There's always somebody. There's always somebody.
To be fair, Bambuku is sick. He is the sickest
Dude.
Magic Spectre. I don't care what anyone says.
He is fantastic.
Nah, Kieran sucks.
Dude, I'm telling you, all
Don't even play him
jokes
anymore.
aside, no. All jokes aside, if Kieran came off the list, if it would have to have been more than one. I think I needed at least 2 because there's a combo line to trigger it to summon another one. You need 2.
You're asking too
My
much.
combo line requires 2. The way you set it up, and then I mean it's sweet.
Him and his imaginary.
They need to
combos,
unban
it's
that
never gonna
card
happen.
because they're in every single format. There's not a hollow printing. Every one of them are rare.
It's true.
You let the color card you Chinese, you want the Chinese stuff.
There's a Chinese set. It got printed in, and it's a cover card, and it's a rare.
That's insane.
It's crazy.
So
He said you can never be good enough.
Yeah, that card.
I would love to see it back.
So the last Vegas,
Let's talk about it.
11 of the top 16 had draws.
I didn't play, but I
What
walked out there.
What was your ending record?
I think I was the second highest
got two
X2,
prize
I
cards
believe,
today,
and we
$900.
didn't make it.
Two prize cards.
And we were
Hit a number 2 on the
definitely
roulette
not the
afterwards. It was a
second
good
highest
day.
X2, but we were also X2 and didn't make it. Shout out me.
What I'm getting at is
Yeah,
Las
submitted
Vegas,
deck wrong.
there was
Yeah.
like after Top Cut, if you guys weren't there, after Top Cut, they basically did this like hour long. Everybody was saying it was an investigation, and nothing ever happened. Do you guys think they're going to be like watching this a lot more this time?
Have they been watching it a lot more at any other Vegas?
Hold
Or
on.
this is
at
the
any
next
other
one.
YCS?
Was-
Yeah,
This is the
YCS.
next 3v3 after that one.
This,
Yeah,
this
I think
was
just
the next
specifically
3
because
after
it's
that
a
one?
3v3.
Okay.
And here in America.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Did you go to the last 3v3 that was, what was it, in South America?
No, I'm going to this one, which had already happened when you're watching this.
It
Okay.
happens like tomorrow, actually.
Yeah,
Because
it'll
this comes
be.
out on Thursday. It like happens literally tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, check out Tavion playing Top.
I don't
Tavion,
think
you got that flight quick and got there in a hurry, huh?
Yeah, I will be there. I don't
basically-
think they're streaming it though, which is unfortunate.
That is
but
unfortunate.
written coverage, maybe.
Bro, they need to start streaming South America events, dude. There's so many. Like, I've been on like 2 teams that were like prominently South American players, and there are some crack South American players. And like, I feel like they're doing them an injustice of not streaming and doing content for their events.
I know a lot of places you can't stream because it's a children's game, and like there's different like children's laws about recording with children around. So a lot of places you can't record there without like getting everybody's parents' permission and stuff. So they got to be careful and stuff. So I understand that. I don't know what the laws are there. They might just be lazy and not want to do it.
Make
But-
YuGiOh events 18 plus. Easy, fixed.
Yeah, that'll solve it.
In South America, just make it check the ID at the door, dude.
The
Make 'em 18
playmats
plus.
would be disgusting. Oh my god!
I mean, if we're going that far, just make it
People-
21. Everyone takes a shot in top 16.
Right. Wait, should we change our Guud events to that? Everybody in top
dude.
8 has to take a shot before their game.
Everyone has to
would
take a
be-
shot. They have to spin their head on a baseball bat, and then they had to run a straight line
Bro,
straight to their table. Round started.
double shot of tequila. I'm ready to go.
Oh,
Man.
Jeez.
Maybe half naked, but I'm ready to duel.
That's the best way to duel.
It's the only way to duel, actually.
That's true. That's true.
I guess. What do you guys think is the best card out of Phantom Nightmare? That's not one of the fire cards.
It's not one of the fire cards.
Yep.
It has to be one of the voiceless voice cards. Then probably.
Whoa.
We're holding it back.
Whoa. Let's talk about that new 2-star.
That's mine.
I think that
That's mine.
card. Is
I think that card's-
very bad. The one that you talking about, the psychic one, the summons 2 psychics.
No, that's
Oh.
a 3-star.
What 2-star?
It's the dark.
Okay,
level 2 tuner.
Luke, take it from the top.
Dark level 2 tuner. When you summon when a card is destroyed, you can summon it from your hand, and then when it goes to the grave.
Oh, the one we were talking about.
Yeah, when it goes to the grave.
the fiend one.
That one.
So it can recycle a card when it goes to the grave, basically.
Yes.
So I think it's not good right now, but I think at some point in the future that card will be very good.
That card would have.
I think that card's one of them.
I think that card would have been good. What, 3 months ago in Unchained?
Oh, yeah.
So I
Oh,
think it
dude,
was
for
a
sure.
little too late.
I think
Would
the
it have
fact
been that
there's
good
a
in
two-
Unchained, though?
Oh, my gosh.
It adds back. I thought it works with it.
I mean, it does, but, like, are you really wanting to put, like, an unsearchable,
Are you-
random fiend guy that you have to already be
I
playing?
understand what you're saying.
I don't know if that's necessarily.
That's why I didn't think the card was that good. to
That's.
begin with.
I think if the card would be played, it'd be in a Sprite deck. A deck that can get to it, right?
I could see the Sprite deck playing it.
That's
But,
what I
like, you
pictured.
can't even do the most with it after you Gigantic into it.
I mean, you would have to, like.
Is it a machine?
I don't know. It's a
It's a
fiend.
fiend.
monster.
That's why I said
It's a dark
Yeah,
fiend
that's what
monster.
it was.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that card will ever be good, man.
Yeah.
It's just has
I
so
think it's
much
sweet.
going on, but it's like not enough going on in the correct directions. I think.
I feel like at some point that there will be a deck that can utilize that card well. I really do.
I think it's possible.
Here's the real question.
Yes.
Goaty, Runic.
That deck's sweet.
Dude,
I think it's a trap. I think all Runic decks are traps.
Dude, it probably is honestly a trap, but it looks
Especially
kind of
in
crazy.
The Imperm Valor format we're in.
I think the Goaty deck is like, if it was out like a while back.
2016.
No, like I'm talking about like even as far as like weaker cash format, it would have been one of the top decks, I think.
Oh, dude,
pretty
for
close.
sure, right?
I just don't like Runic cards. I don't know. I feel like
I personally think that I'm personally not a fan of the Runic cards. I've refused, even though I saw the sweet Runic Super Heavy Samurai deck, sweet.
yeah.
It won a regional, so I was like, dude, you
One of
get
my
'em.
biggest mistakes in my dueling career was taking a Runic deck to a YCS instead of Tier Element. I was dumb.
Yeah, that wasn't my.
You'll have that sometimes.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I also think that you gotta learn. You know, you gotta learn what doesn't work for you and what works for you.
He
Some
said-
people's really good with Runic decks, like Joshua Schmidt, like for example, he's really good with Runic decks.
I think he's the only one. I've seen.
Oh yeah. He said there are no others.
I mean, Pat got top 4 with it, and like
The
in a
two-
3v3.
The
But
250th.
he's the only one that's
place.
won with Runic cards.
It got second at the 250th. I know that. It's gotten
That's not.
like
Yeah, he's won twice, right?
Yeah, he's the only person that's won with Runic. He won the event before the Ishizu cards came out with it, with Runic Sprite. And then Ishizu cards came out and that deck was unplayable.
Maybe it's just better in Europe.
Like Plant, I don't know.
I think maybe it's because people build their decks for grind game.
Yep.
And not these combo heavy decks, and where I mean that's what Runic preys on, right? They prey on these mid range to controlish decks that can't handle Fountain Draw 3.
Yeah.
You know, I've solved it.
And
over.
sometimes it feels pretty bad whenever they, what is it, banish 4, banish 3, and then it's all their witch, no wanted. you know?
Yeah. It happens.
I should be playing poker.
Shout out, Logan.
So you said Goaty cards.
Yes.
You said, what did you say?
I like the level 2. I think that the most impactful besides fire and like archetypes, like generic card, is that card.
Swallow Cowrie.
It's been
Cowrie.
bing.
Yeah, Swallow's Cowrie is
Swallow Cow.
very good.
In Flanders.
Yeah, in Flanders, other random bird decks, but the other random bird decks aren't good right now. So
I don't think the other Brandon Bird decks want a card like that. It just doesn't work for the other deck. That card is perfect for Flanders. It's literally admin.
it is.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I think my favorite card is probably it's probably the Voiceless Voice Ritual Monster. I'd have to say.
See, I like the Saphira, I think it's called, the level 6. I think that discards the adds and dumps and can
Yeah.
ritual summon. I feel like I really like that card. Does it all.
See, we did this last week too, and I think ours were both different.
Did we say other than fire cards though? I think we just said period.
We did say period. I said Sky Thunder, I think, last week. So, I don't know. It's weird.
I'm actually gonna change my
A
answer.
little bit of time changes.
Black Goat laughs.
Black Goat laughs.
A.
What a name.
The name.
The name is
B,
crazy.
The cards actually is pretty good, but also like I think Lab's problem is they can't play during their opponent's turn, and when you play a card like that, it gives you a little bit more of an opportunity to do that.
Could also clog the hands if you don't draw the discards as well.
I mean, you're playing Lab, man. You gotta live by the
You
sword,
better
die
hope.
by the sword, man. Like, live by the big chest goth mummies and die by the big chest goth mummies.
There's no middle ground.
Shout out Aaron. He's embodied it to the fullest.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think they'll do something about these fire decks relatively quickly. I honestly do.
You thinking after Vegas, or you think?
No,
after
I think I think before Nationals.
Yeah, I think
Before
before
Nats,
Nats.
I think we'll have Raleigh. Something will happen at Raleigh.
Yeah.
Something will happen right before Raleigh, or a little bit after.
During
Or no,
Raleigh?
Indy second, right? Indy's the second of it.
Could happen round 3 of Roll.
I think Raleigh is after Vegas.
Yeah, Raleigh is after
Yeah,
Vegas.
so
It's-
I
it's,
think
the weekend of 420.
Yeah,
I
it
think
is
if we
420.
don't
Yes.
we should have a ban list before Indy.
Ban this.
Yeah, I think I agree. Like somewhere, dude, I can see him. I keep saying this with events, but I can see him dropping it at Raleigh. I think it was
Dude.
so chaotic. I think it was just crazy.
I think they
dude.
liked it.
I think
Dude,
they did
see,
too. That's what
I
I'm
think-
saying.
Everyone
Like,
popped off.
I think
dude. It was
they had a
rough.
huge missed opportunity though. They could have
streamed it.
streamed that and they announced it on the stream.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy.
Oh yeah.
But they like kind of punted the ball on that one.
They
I know
did.
it wasn't their fault. It had something to do with like the union of Philly, right? I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's what was the reason. That they couldn't stream it and they didn't know.
They could have at least streamed, like done like a live stream, not at the venue, just like Konami, and then dropped them. That would have still been cool.
Or a YouTube video.
Yeah.
You know, I think the
Talking
coolest
about
thing
the
they
ban
could have
list, I
did
think
was
that'd been
like
cool.
put Scarecrow to 1, you know, instead of banning him, you know.
Throw a dog a
Play
bone.
match.
The last
Before
samurai
it was
over
banned.
there.
Really?
Yeah,
Did
'cause
the
I got
best
two round
with
bye.
samurais.
Oh, you're
Ever.
right.
Should have
Dude.
won, but
My deck
you know,
was banned
punch.
before I got to play my
Yeah.
tournament with it.
Shout out, Punt.
Yeah.
Dude, they were like, hey, you got to speed up. I'm like, all right, I'm going faster. Wait, I think I messed up. Shout out Top 8
Should have
feature
just taken
match.
the slow play warning.
Dude,
Played correct.
I honestly, yeah. It was a small interaction that cost me everything.
Yeah.
You leave him at 500, now you did.
Forever stuck at 5th place.
Yes.
Yeah,
fifth
I
place.
mean, it's not Noah's fault that he can't break into the top 4.
It can't get anything.
Oh, it
that's
is
the
my
only thing it
fault.
can't
We
get.
just said, I make the mistake.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I said it.
Oh, I'm aware.
Um,
I like the big shit.
so Vegas, I think is going to be interesting because there's a bunch of different hate cards, right? There's the hand traps, there's soul release, there's talents. There's a bunch of different hate cards for these fire decks. Super
Super
polymerization.
poly, yeah.
And it kind of feels similar to like Cash, where like you have to pick something to play around, but you kind of lose to the other ones,
Yeah.
right? Like, do you choose to play around Nib, and they might, or you don't disrespect Nib, and you play around Soul Release, which could be in their deck, or Super Poly that could be in their deck, but Nib's definitely in their deck somewhere.
Yeah.
My thing with that format, with Cash format, was Nibs in everybody's deck. I just have to either, like, I played Cross out at one point. Like, either play something to stop the card that I know is in their deck, or just play like they don't have it. Like, that was my thing. Like, you gotta have Nib. If you don't, I literally win this game, and there's nothing you can do about it. And, like, that's kind of my philosophy on that.
You put him on the 40%.
Yeah.
Or the 30%.
What was the best card in that deck for you in that format?
In Cash?
Wasn't it anti-spell for you?
Dang,
Oh,
straight.
100%.
Yeah,
Anti-spell,
it was
bro.
anti-spell
100%.
fragrance.
He drew it like it was
Anti-spell.
his jaw.
Dude.
Top YCS is off the back of that.
I literally was
assisted.
watching him at the 250th. He was like 7-0, and I was just like, "Do you think he wins?" I was like, "So his top card was anti-spell. You went anti-spell, playing it." I was like, "Yep, it's game." I did the rest of the hand. It's over. His opponent said, "You can go first." I said,
Yep.
Yep.
Las Vegas, wasn't there a match where you left one in? You were like, "Oh man, he might make me go. He might make me go first."
I didn't leave one in. It was just like that whole format. I kind of mind gamed people because cash mirrors made the opponent go first. So
Oh,
they
yeah,
could
it was
crack
good,
back
yeah.
and kill. And I knew that, so I just put anti-spell in going second. Like if they had choice, regardless of if I had choice or if they had choice in the cash mirror, I put anti-spell in. So when they said you can go first, I just anti-spelled them. It was insane.
Cooked them.
I mean, you just got to do it. But yeah, I did do it to that guy. The one guy you're probably thinking about,
Yeah.
I anti-spell double Arise Hearted him, and his hand was 5 spells and a kaiju.
Yep.
So he could have outed one of them, but he couldn't out both.
"Oh yeah, like if you didn't have anti-spell, you were cooked."
It was crazy.
But like that dude, I saw the soul leave his body.
Oh, it was gone, bro.
Like he was just like he turned white. He was like he was so unhappy. Like I don't think I've ever seen anyone more unhappy than that guy.
You want to talk about someone unhappy? Okay, story time. YCS Vegas. So
Oh, God.
PJ in the middle has already won his. Gage is fighting for his life, ends up losing. So it's down to me, right? There's
As you
not
do.
a lot of time on the clock. So I do full cash combo, got some back row, and I pass. And my opponent goes,
Oh.
draw, standby, main 1, battle. And I'm thinking to myself, dude. And because I locked some zones, I'm like, dude, I'm going to lock the rest of his zones. I got him. It's over. I'm going to activate Rise Heart, and I'm going to banish his anti-spell. I'm like, dude, I'm a genius. And I did this, for real.
You banished his evenly.
Or his evenly, sorry.
Yeah.
And PJ goes, what is wrong with you? And he's like, yeah, that's resolved. That's fine. And I go, all right, cool. Banish and
The
I'll
guy,
trigger.
like, postured up, too. He's like,
no. That means everything's gone.
I have no
And I'm
cards.
thinking, we just lost and it's my fault. First, we lost our match 1 because it's me. Because apparently, if you miss your deck list window, I didn't miss my window. I accidentally registered it for the 250th. But if you do anything like that, it forces everybody to have a game 1 loss, not just you. So, make sure you register your stuff correctly. So our whole round 1 was my fault. So here we are, round 7, X1. And I do that, and PJ's just like in the floor. Gage is like, well, here we are. And
backing his stuff up
and
like,
I'm
"Yep, we're going home, boys."
I'm thinking, dude, I'm just mind gaming him. I've got this.
I'm
I've got
cooked.
this. This isn't nothing,
Bro.
He
So-
played awful after that, right? Because he's like, oh, I got this in the bag.
Evenly, he's like, bro, I'm sorry you lost. He sat up, he's fixed his posture, and he starts cooking, right? And I just so happen to have Nibiru in my hand. So I survive, I'm safe, and then it returns to my turn. And after he does his stuff, and I won. I did. Safe. I was safe. I was great.
I think you're insanely mind gamed him into thinking he won because you played so bad.
He's crying.
It was funny, bro. Like
You think it was funny, bro? I was living it. You think my face,
That
dude?
dip like saved your life.
Oh, absolutely. And then
PJ would have.
dude, I'm telling you right now, after time was called and I'm literally about to swing to kill him, PJ was popping off more than I'd ever seen him pop off in his entire life. He said, and I was like, yeah, dude, I mind gamed. It was nothing. I don't even think he was gonna win.
Bro, the Noah hate that weekend was
Oh,
off the
dude,
charts. It
dude.
was crazy.
There was one of a few mistakes I made. Like I let
You.
oh, dude, I was making mistakes left and right. Like I let a chaliced Arise Heart get enemy controllered, and thank you, a lanced one, and then I booked it to save myself. Oh yeah. I mean, we both forgot it, so it worked out in the end. Imagine if he would have looked at him and go like, "Nah, dude, it's lanced." It's fucking lanced. Oh my bad, bro.
You probably would have put it back down too and said, "Yeah, continue."
Oh, I'm an idiot,
Dude, oh, dude.
dude.
Golly.
It was three. Those were the only three mistakes, and I besides round one, I won up out. Cash was pretty easy to play.
You lost against the Europeans day 2, right?
No, we didn't. We lost. That was day 2. But I didn't lose mine. I won mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
we throwing the blame where it's due.
Oh no, I'm telling you right now, those mistakes felt bad, but I did win out. That was a fact.
Yeah.
That was a fact.
Yeah.
That is true.
Somehow.
But you caused your team to lose first round.
Yeah. I mean, we would have had a completely different tournament. For
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
So you couldn't have, you might not have even gotten a mind game that
No,
day.
no, absolutely
Yeah.
not. I almost lost to Crystal Beast round 2. That was scary, dude. It was an experience.
Dude, I remember walking up to Gage at some YCS. I don't remember what YCS it was. And he drew a Crystal Beast. And this man was not
I think it
losing
was
that
Philly.
game.
I think it was
I
Philly.
think it was Philly.
I'm pretty sure it was Philly, yeah.
That's when you played him, right?
Yeah,
He
I
lost to
played
Noah
him
and he
round
drew
2,
a
and then
Crystal
he
Beast.
drew round 3, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Basically,
he was very upset.
Dude.
And then did he have to play Fox too? He played 2 of us.
I know he played me.
You played Fox.
I
Day
played
2.
Dylan. I
First
played
round,
Dylan
day
day
two.
2, yeah. And dude, that was sweaty.
Yeah.
That was a sweaty match.
I lost. I remember in that event I lost to Burning Abyss. Fan night.
That did happen.
Yeah.
He almost topped.
That did
I lost
happen.
to
Oh my gosh.
pure Gold Pride. He did top.
Yeah, he did.
And then I lost to Cash round 9.
And it wasn't because he didn't know what the cards did.
No,
Because
it
we
certainly
played
was
Gold
not.
Pride for a minute beforehand.
No, the dude was sick. Game 1, the reason I won was I let him do his combo. Go ahead, do your whole combo.
Oh yeah.
He goes, activate trap. I said, I'll ash that. And he went, you held ash for that long? I'm like,
I know how to play against the deck.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
I almost played that deck for that event, and luckily I got convinced not to.
Yeah, I told him no.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first event on top, so it was good advice.
I lost to Sword Soul main decking Ultimate Slayer at that event.
I remember.
And I was playing Cash Tira.
Oh yeah.
Ultimate
I
Slayer
remember you were telling me
Doesn't
that.
even stop it.
It was
No.
disgusting.
The Ultimate Slayer, your Shang, you didn't have.
He didn't Ultimate Slayer anything. I just
Oh.
lost to Sword Soul, and then he goes, "You want to see my spicy tech?" And
Yeah.
he showed me
That sounds
3
awful.
Ultimate Slayers in his deck. He mained 3, and I was like, "Oh well, that does not make me feel
Sounds
better."
about awful.
Dude, I didn't even know when. Because you topped Philly, right?
I top 16 Philly.
And
Yep.
I topped
I
it, yeah.
literally didn't even know you were still in the tournament because I guess you lost
We
really
didn't
early.
see you, dude.
And I
Yeah.
just never saw you
Yeah.
until like round 8 or something. And you're like, yeah, I'm like X1. I'm like,
Dude,
where
yeah,
have
you rolled up day 2. You were just like, yeah, man, I'm in it. I made it. I got it.
Dude, that is the most confident for any event I've ever been in my life. Like, I literally said I would not lose a single match game to day 2, and I didn't until top 16. I lost, but like, I was like, if I day 2, I'm winning this event. There's no way. So I went into day 2 X2, and I didn't drop another game. Yeah, that event was interesting.
That was the first event I went X1.
We all that was the event where we had like 6 people in top.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was crazy.
And me and Lou both lost round 9.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I think if
Lou started off hot that event, didn't you?
I think if
Like 5-0?
Trevor didn't get a game loss, I
Yeah.
think Trevor probably would have won that event. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I made my mistake. I was set in stone. I think, no joke. I think if Trevor wouldn't
You all
have got a
would have
game
played
loss,
against each other in the finals, right?
yeah, we did. We mapped it out. We would have played in the
That'd have
finals.
been crazy.
That would require me not to suck. You know.
Yeah.
But, you know. here we are.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, I lost to Mass Mac now. Round 9, I have to call that break game today. The guy was talking too much shit to me. Oh yeah, he is.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm the only one on day 2. You're not. I was like,
He didn't top, so it didn't matter.
I mean, I won 3.
Oh my gosh! And then
Y'all did win the 3v3. It
the
was a good day for
the
the whole team.
YCS, you were undefeated in Swiss. I'm like, dude, X2 with Vanquish Soul, dude, I'm in. It's easy, light work.
Light work.
I lost to the what was it, the 70-30 matchup?
We literally had a prayer before
Oh my
every
dude!
round.
He had to draw a raisin and 3 hand traps to win, bro.
Yeah.
No,
It was Raisin Ash 3-hand traps?
yeah,
is that what you
Raisin
said?
Ash 3-hand traps. And I'm not gonna lie, dude, it pulled through.
Yeah.
The day
We
two-
like joined hands.
We
like-
did. We all joined
like we were
hands
like
together.
we
Raisin
had to say a
3-hand
prayer for Noah
Oh,
that event
dude.
because this man, the most popular deck in the room was Rescue Ace,
Yeah,
and this man
unfortunately.
chose the deck that had a 70-30 matchup against Rescue.
You grinded 12 hours straight to get it to 7.
I did.
It was 0%
I
at the
ground.
beginning.
I got off work and then I played all night, nonstop, to get it to a 70-30 matchup. It was not easy, but I got it there. Like I learned the absolute ins and outs, and I played the deck to the best of my ability. And my only 2
Tiebreakers.
losses, yeah, the
Gotcha.
tiebreakers got me. Yeah, I beat every other matchup. Oh my gosh, Pearly didn't exist.
So
Pearly was light work.
I didn't know bullshit.
I played against 6, Lou.
They were free.
I beat all of them. I 2-0'd all of them.
that's crazy. I'm just saying, I think we should wrap it soon.
All right, all right.
Before we wrap it,
Shout out Lou. Pearly sucks.
quick blitz round. What's winning Vegas? Starting with you.
Okay,
We're
it's
skipping over?
it's super easy. I think it's gonna be 3 fire decks. Cut, plain, simple, cut dry.
What's winning Costa Rica?
Yeah, we're skipping Costa?
Oh,
Okay.
well,
What's
okay,
winning
never mind.
Costa?
I
What's
think
Through
winning?
Vegas, what's winning Costa Rica?
Okay, I actually
What about
think Costa is
We'll
gonna
do Vegas
be
next week.
a fire deck, a voiceless deck, and then something super unexpected. Like it would be literally like a flu
Thunder.
deck. Yeah. Crap! They like their trap cards, don't they?
They like Flu, though. That's
They-
the only place that Flu's
dude.
won a YCS.
Yeah. So flu, no joke.
Okay. Logan, what's
For
winning?
Costa?
Yep.
Yeah.
Costa Rica. What's winning?
Fire King, Fire King, Fire King.
Also, at Costa Rica, none of the UDS champions will be there, so there's another thing to
Oh
think
yeah,
about.
that event. Yeah.
Fire King, Fire King, Fire King.
Fire King flew Fire King for me. And what about you?
Well, I'm playing in that event, and my team is playing something mysterious, but I'm going to pick that. I forgot this coming out beforehand.
Well, you'll see. You'll see what wins.
But there's a Fire King for sure.
So, I guess with that, shout out Dolan Guard, shout out CM, shout out
GoodGaming.com.
Gaming.com.
We have you can check it out on our Facebook page and probably on our YouTube channel. But we have some buttons now. You should check out the buttons. They're actually really cool and they're pretty affordable. So if you want some like cool, affordable merch that you can just stick on your backpack or your crossbody or like somewhere, just to rep the boys and
Or your
have
fanny
something
pack.
cool.
Oh yes, we
Yeah.
love the support.
Throw them on there.
Fanny Pack Gang.
Yes, sir.
So
Shout
go
out
to
to-
gaming.com, check those out. We have hats, we have hoodies, and we have shirts now too. So that'll be cool. Check it out.
Keep growing
And
and growing.
yeah, man,
Sir.
we appreciate you guys for watching.
Make sure to follow Big Papa Yami on Twitter. I want to plug this every single podcast I can.
Shout
follow
out Flu,
Tavion
dude.
at the event, dude.
Oh,
This
yeah.
weekend,
You'll
be
get something out?
keeping tabs. Hey, well, bro, if you win, 100%. What do you? Okay, wait. If you top, what do you want to do? Top what? Like,
He
what
wants
are
to
we
start
doing?
with top in the
if
event.
you top, we'll
give out a
something
hoodie.
away. All right, we'll give out a hoodie.
Perfect.
Tavion's word. If Tavion tops, we'll give out a hoodie. So be checking his status. We'll be updating as he goes on the Goo Gaming page. And,
Top 8 at least. Top 16 don't matter.
All right, it'll be top 8s. But, be rooting for
Gotta
him.
win at least
If he
one.
tops, we'll be giving away a hoodie. Thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you next week. Good luck if you're going to Costa Rica, and good luck at Vegas.